Alright, so day one of working on this Tercel started kind of late. For one, I stayed up late the night before fixing up Dylan's Fender on his 98 Tercel. Then I watched some anime. Then when I finally got up and around, I needed to run to a couple stores to get supplies for working on my own Tercel. So I picked up a big ass can of body filler, a few strips of 80 grit sandpaper, a couple new filler spreaders, some 4-inch cutoff wheels, a new flap disc, a couple cans of spray primer, a pack of 120 grit sanding discs, and also a pack of 220 grit sanding discs. So after that, I had to fix a brake line on this 2000 Accord V6. Anyways, after all that was said and done, it was already like 5 p.m. and it wasn't really that warm out today. So I decided to start the bodywork with the front fenders. So I pulled off the driver's side fender and got to work sanding and grinding all the rust off. There's a bit of patchwork that needs to be done, and I also need to cut the bottom of the fender off and weld on a new piece of metal. I already have a bend form and templates made up for the cuts I need to do to this fender as well. Since it was late and getting colder, I decided not to do any welding, filling, or painting. I laid on some rust remover acid to the spots that needed it and left the fender in the garage overnight, and that's pretty much where I left off for the night. There's still lots of work to be done to this car yet. The fender I chose to work on is also the worst of the two. One of the previous owners used spray foam to fill in rust holes, which is a terrible idea. What happens is the spray foam is very porous and holds water in where you spray it, which leads to rust damage like what you see here. The worst of the rust on this car is where the spray foam was used. Anyways, that's it for day one. Day two will be cleaning off the acid, welding, filling, and painting. Hope you look forward to the next video on this old Tercel, and until next time, peace out.
The motherfucking world is a ghetto, full of magazines, full clips, and heavy metal when the smoke settles. I'm just looking for a big yellow. It's 6-inch stilettos, Dr. Dre. Hello. Percolating, keep 'em waiting while you sitting there hating. Your bitch is hyperventilating, hoping that we penetrating. You get snating, cause I never been to Satan. But hardcore administrating, gangbang affiliating. MC Winner had you wildin' off a zone in a whole half a gallon. Get the dialing, 911 emergency. You can tell him, it's my son, he's hurting me, and he's a felon. On parole for robbery, ain't no cop in the plea. Ain't no stopping the G. I'm in the 6, you got to hop in the 3. Company monopoly, you handle shit sloppily. I drop a key properly. They